YouTube, what's going on? Trucking with Kev, back with another video. And as you guys can see from the title, I want to explain why I personally feel like truck driving is nothing more than a stepping stone for me. Number one, I feel like trucking is a stepping stone for me because it gives me the opportunity to immerse myself in extreme discipline. Point blank, period. Coming from the hood, coming from the Bronx, coming from the jungles, really. I am immersed in discipline. How so? I'm not having sex with women who I don't care much about other than the physical activity of just the actual sex itself. I'm not drinking liquor. I'm not smoking weed. I'm not out there partying my ass off every week or every other week. I'm literally within the confines of this truck with me, my mental state, and my thoughts damn near all day, every day, 24 hours of the day. It's just me in my head. And driving, it gives you the opportunity to literally just sit down and think. And when you think a lot and you're in your own head, you start to ask yourself questions and you start to do all these things and jot down ideas and all these things. Number two, I'm actually interested in mastering the art of effective communication. That being said, I understand that communication effectively is a skill. And in this day and age, I can see literally with my own two eyes that that skill will be lost as time progresses if people continue to just be on their phones, text, WhatsApp, message, DM, all these things. If no one is effectively communicating face to face, in person, or on the phone, then communication, the art of speaking will be lost, and we'll have another generation who's just into their phones. First of all, my generation in itself, we already into our phones. Like, when you go out into the real world and you have conversations with people, you'll start to see that like a lot of people are like really socially awkward, or they're distant and stuff like that, which is like, whoa, like I just have a question for you, bro. And you know, and men, I don't really see men nowadays really like approaching women face to face, in person. Like nowadays it's all about like this online shit, Tinder, these dating apps. Look, man, approach the woman in person. Like, show her that you're fucking confident. Show her that you got the balls to actually go up to her and speak to her and start up a conversation. Show her that you know that you're genuinely interested. Like, you can see something and you bring up a conversation, you know? So that's one thing that I've noticed. Number two, or number three really, I also noticed that I'm a people person. I love being around people. I love picking people's brains. I love listening to people. I love asking questions. I love having intelligent conversations. And for me, truck driving, it limits that. Not to say that you can't have conversations with a wide variety of people at the truck stops, but if you're a truck driver, you know, half the time, a lot of these people don't want to fucking talk, you know? Like, sometimes they do, if it's about trucking, but it's like you start to pick their brains about like other subjects, and it's like they kind of like shut down, man. So it's like I learned that about myself. I'm naturally a people person. I like to be around people, and I love learning and asking questions about different cultures, about, you know, just society in general, what's going on, and I just love picking people's brains. Number four is I personally have an entrepreneurial spirit, and I feel like that spirit, along with the effective, hold on one second. Sorry, I got distracted. some funny shit had just happened. But as I was saying, that spirit, along with effective communication, that can be harnessed, mastered, and turned into something great. And that's exactly why I'm thinking about real estate. Oh, that just rhymed. But yeah. So it's like truck driving for me, it's a step, man. It really is a step. And the things that I have been learning about the last few days have just been about effective communication. whether it be tonality, whether it be body language, whether it be eye contact, all those things. I feel like I need to take that as a skill and literally try to master that. Even while I'm talking to myself, really, but it's you guys on YouTube. When I watch my videos, sometimes, not all the times, I can see like, okay, I was a little bit stagnant here. Am I giving much eye contact? Am I saying am I saying like a lot? And it's like, I want to catch those things and I want to learn from them and I want to grow from them. So I'm at a Walmart right now, and I went inside, and this woman, it was three women. It was an older woman and about two younger ones around my age, in their early 20s or so. So they looked at me, and I had my headphones in, and they seen that I'm just trying to be in and out. And the woman, she goes, "Hey, would you like to And I'm like, no, I'm not interested. But I'm like, wait a minute, that was kind of rude. After I actually walk inside of the store and stuff, and I bought this Bathhouse green juice. I'm not a spokesperson for these guys, but these people, this shit is good, man. I love this shit. Oh my goodness. Let's take this shit right now. But yeah, so when I came back out, I was like, look, I don't know why I just now did that. Because here is a perfectly good opportunity for me to put forth some of the things that I have been learning and literally practice it into the real world. And she was like, no, you're fine. And immediately, everything I started to remember that I learned, whether it be through podcasts, YouTube, no matter what, in regards to communication, I implemented. And then I started to notice something. As I'm asking her questions, open-ended ones, things that don't end in like a yes or a no, I started to notice that she's answering them, she's giving me eye contact, I'm giving her eye contact and stuff like that. It's like we attracted more people. I told you that there was three women, and before I went inside the Walmart, everybody was just like walking past. Everyone's just walking like not really interested, and I'm like, wait a minute. Put this shit to like work. Like, go out and talk to her and implement exactly what you've been learning. So I do that, right? And I'm having this conversation with this woman. And as I'm having this conversation with this woman, and it only lasted about like 5 minutes max, I noticed that just by me standing there and talking to her, I feel like I just naturally was able to attract more people to that little table. It's not an event, but it's like my aura or my energy was just so positive. It was so calm. It was just so relaxed, yet confident. I naturally attracted other people to want to see what her table is about. Mind you, before I did that, everybody was walking past that shit. I mean, like, yo, like, we're not really interested. As soon as I started to go out there and talk to her, I realized, like, yo, I'm attracting 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 people. The next thing you know, I'm like, yo, like, they're asking, hey, would you like to donate? And people are like, sure, why not? I'm like, whoa, like, I just noticed that I was in the moment, but I was really paying attention to what she was saying, and I was also paying attention to my surroundings. I'm like, wow, like, maybe this stuff works. Maybe really and truly this stuff works. Maybe really and truly trucking is a step for me to actually realize the communicative powers that I have or want to have and will work on and will obtain, that it's like I can grow from this shit. Literally, I can grow from this. I can grow my channel, I can grow my confidence, I can grow my spirituality, I can grow my mental state, I can grow my communication skills, I can grow in all areas, in all aspects, just as a fucking man, and say, you know what, I'm about to put this shit into the real world and actually apply what I've just now learned for the past 2-3 days in regards to effective communication, eye contact, body language, tonality, just open-ended questions, all those things I feel like I've learned. And it's like, trucking for me is good, but I feel like it can hinder my growth. So I said, you know what, with that entrepreneurial spirit, with the ability to work on a craft such as effective communication, why not, just save a few dollars from trucking and then just exit. You know, I mean, worst case scenario is like I fail in real estate and I just come fucking back. But I know my mindset, like I'm not gonna fail with anything I'm gonna do, because if you can put it in your mind that you will succeed, you will succeed, pretty much. And YouTube is another platform for me to just get better at public speaking, at effective communication, because I can see within 10 to like 20 years that shit is gonna be lost. Because people are just already on their phones. People are scared to talk to people, which is crazy. People will fucking text you a long ass paragraph that they could have said in like 5 seconds. People are like, nowadays, like really socially awkward. Men are really fucking afraid to approach women and to have a normal conversation. They are afraid to like observe some shit about the woman and go tell her, go give her a compliment, or just, you know, start a conversation about an observation that they've made. Like, no, you know, I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to bother. Dude, you're not fucking bothering her, bro. Just go tell her what the fuck, like either how you feel or an observation that you've made. When I was in Walmart about a week ago, or a week and a half ago, or whatever the case may be, I saw this woman. She was an older one, and she had this Doberman. Anyone who knows me knows I'm also into dogs. And a Doberman is a very rare breed. And I said, you know what? I made an observation. Let me go spark up a conversation about something that I observed. And when I said, hey, you know, that's a really cool dog, you know, and like it's a very rare breed. You actually don't see them a lot. Like, we had a conversation about just Dobermans and dogs and training, and just, you know, she was talking to me about Schutzhund and IPO and, you know, breedings. And I'm like, wow, like I made an observation. I went up and I spoke to her, and we had a normal conversation. And after the conversation was done, it's like, okay, cool, you know, we'll just have a good day. Thank you very much. You know, you're welcome. You have a good day as well. That shit is being lost nowadays, man. It's being lost. And it's like trucking, it's cool, but I feel like for me personally, it would hinder, it would diminish my talents, my abilities to want to master this craft of effectively communicating to the world, to effectively just influence somebody, to say, hey, you need to work on becoming the greatest version of just yourself. And that's why I feel like truck driving for me is nothing more than a step. If you haven't already, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Trucking with Kev. But yo, honestly speaking, I will not be in truck driving probably no more than like another year or so. And that's just my honest stuff. Because, like, you know what? I think too much. I'm in too much of my brain to say, yo, this is it for me. No disrespect to the truck drivers who are out there on the road, to the owner operators who make, you know, good money and support their families. Hey, more power to you. I'm saying for me personally, I can come back to trucking if I want to. But being in this truck, sitting down, being immersed in the form of discipline, not having sex, not drinking liquor, not smoking weed, not partying, reading more, learning every fucking day, you realize who it is you are as an individual. And I'm sorry, but for me personally, it's not that this would, like, you know, sell myself short, but like, yo, I love people too much. I love networking. I love connecting with the world. I love picking people's brains so much. This for me would hinder my personal growth. And that's why truck driving for me is just a step. If you have any comments, leave a comment in the comment section below. I try to answer all my comments, but once again, man, truck driving, it's a step for me. I'm on my way to, I don't even know. I just get the load, I drop it off, man. But if you haven't already, like, comment, share, subscribe, Trucking with Kev, follow me on Instagram at Trucking with Kev. But this, it's a cool job. It's dope. I've got to see a lot of shit. Will I make a career out of it? Not being the driver. The way my mind works, if I'm going to be in trucking, I'm going to have a couple of trucks from the money I make in real estate. I'll have someone driving for me. Fuck it. I love people too much, man. Nonetheless, cha! Rastafari. Eso. Later.